Hello, Home Slices. It's Kiara with Home Slice Adulting coming to you with another installment of my weekly vlog series titled Driving Home. For those of you who do not know, I typically do this vlog once a week. Typically it's on a Friday because we all know that there is no better feeling than getting off of work on a Friday knowing that you don't have to go back to work on the next day. But it's not Friday, it is Thursday today. So I am actually doing the vlog series a day early because my Friday does not look like a usual Friday. I have appointments and things, and my mother would call it ripping and running to do. So I have errands and stuff, and my day tomorrow is not gonna look the same way it usually does. So I figured that on my last regular day of work this week that I would do my vlog series. And thank you so much for clicking on this video. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this with someone who you think will enjoy it. I really enjoy doing this vlog series because one, it keeps me accountable and helps me to continually have new content on my channel, because I have always struggled for the number of years that I've had my YouTube channel to be consistent year round. Like, I would have 7 months of solid content and then just fall off the face of YouTube for a number of months until I got back into it. So so far I feel like I have had basically a full year of posting consistent content. So I feel like I am on track, and this helps me to stay in touch with you all. It's one of the more effortless type of things to post to my YouTube channel, because all I do is just talk to you guys and tell you about my week or talk about what's been in the news. So thank you so much for clicking on this video and watching. I truly do enjoy doing this vlog series every week, and I appreciate all of you who watch it. It's not very popular on my channel, but I'm hoping that it will be. Today I'm going to talk about, similar to I guess what I talked about last week, is about momentum, trying new things, taking risks, and just getting started. And so I have been talking about starting an online business for months now. I've told a lot of people, and that has helped me to keep myself accountable, particularly to timelines. I just last week kind of got to the point where I was doing more than researching, and I actually began to spend money on making my business a reality. And like I said last week, something about taking the first step whenever you're doing something different or doing something new can be so crippling and fear-inducing and paralyzing to you. And a lot of times people never do the things that they want to do, never go the places they want to go, because they're afraid to get started, and they're afraid that once they take that first step that they are committed to doing something. And that can be crippling for some people, and for others it can be very motivating. And people can, on the crippling side, it's like, if I take this first step, that means that I have invested, a lot of time, a lot of money, and I might as well go through. And that makes me, for people who have problems with commitment and committing to things that, are risky, or committing to things that they don't know that they're going to be successful in, it's crippling to feel like, okay, if the thing that I'm trying to do fails, or if it doesn't work out, or if I don't get to do the things that I want to do, I would have invested so much money and time, and I would rather do a bunch of research and say that I'm still in the research phase than to actually take steps towards achieving that goal. And for other people, the way that I have chosen to frame getting started and trying new things is that if I can just take that first step, that's going to give me the momentum and the push that I need to continue moving toward my goal. And so I spend a lot of time in the research phases of my business, figuring out, okay, which company am I going to use, which who am I going to buy the domain from, and who am I going to host the site with, and what's going to be the name of my company, and how much is it going to cost for this, how much is it going to cost for that. And last week I finally made the decision to go ahead and establish my business and get it registered with the state. In the state that I'm in Washington, you also have to get business licenses. And so I have my state business license. I have to get my city business license. But anyways, the act of me registering my business, it was $200, which is a considerable amount of the budget that I had set aside for the business. Taking that first step was just like I was talking about last week. It's like, if you need to push a boulder down a hill, just that first push will get the boulder rolling, and it'll go down the hill so fast that things just keep moving forward. Like, if your goal is to push, and I guess that maybe not be a good analogy, because when people say things are going downhill, that means it's negative. But for me, I mean, if your goal is to get this boulder in motion and rolling down a hill, all you have to do is push. And for people who are paralyzed by the fear of the unknown, or people who are having a hard time getting started, not having that first push can be what stops you from getting the things that you want or having the things that you want in life. And so I pushed myself. So now I have a registered business. I have a registered LLC in the state of Washington. I have my business license in the state of Washington. I still have to get my city license for the city that I live in. I have I have bought my domain name and created the business email addresses, and I have gotten signed up with the vendor that I'm going to use to make the products. What else? Tomorrow, one of the things on my to-do list is, before the bank closes for the day, is to create my business's bank account. Y'all, I feel really good, because I feel like I have been making money moves, okay? Shout out to Cardi B. I have been making moves this week, and I have a goal of my business being up and running by July 31st. It's a lofty goal, and I have already put it in my planner as today is the day that you're going to launch your business, but there are still a lot of things that I have to do to prepare and get ready for that to happen. So my lofty goal is to have it launched by July 31. So this weekend I'm going to have to create this really tight timeline. But I'm just very excited. I'm very excited for what this means for me. I'm very excited because now that I have pushed myself, I have this momentum to just keep going. And I'm excited. I mean, this isn't my first time owning a business. I mean, previously I owned a business with my boyfriend. He was my business partner. But this is the first time of me kind of owning a business on my own, and I'm just so happy just knowing that I feel like I have the proper education. I have a degree in business, and I'm getting my MBA now, and feeling like I've done enough research and figuring out how to properly market my company on social media, and I feel really good, and I want to set high standards for myself. And at this point, I don't know if it would be feasible for, this side hustle to become, a main hustle where I would be able to quit everything and just focus on it. And so, I don't think that that's likely, just trying to be realistic. But for me, just knowing that I have an opportunity to at least supplement my income and have something extra to put on my resume, and have something that's just mine, something that, the success of this thing will depend, directly on how much effort I put into it. And I don't have to worry about, I'm not getting ahead with my business because, these external factors. Like, everything that happens with my business is going to be on my shoulders. And while that's a lot of responsibility, there's a sense of relief in that, and knowing that if something's going wrong with your business, you have the ability to change it, and you have the ability to fix it. And there's just something beautiful and wonderful about entrepreneurship. And I'm not quite ready to share with you guys exactly what I am selling, but once I actually begin to, once my store is actually open for business, my online store, I will be issuing an announcement. And a part of that announcement, because you all are like my YouTube family, you all will be getting a code. You all will be getting a promo code or a discount code, whatever you want to call it, so that you all can get my product discounted. Because some of you have been here with me for a number of years, and just as a thank you and a way of getting my business out there, I'm just really excited, and I feel accomplished this week. I feel like I have been productive this week, and I think that as long as I keep a positive attitude, as long as I keep a growth mindset, that things are going to go really well for me. And even if they don't, it's within my power and my ability to change that. So I am, little thing that I use to hold my phone up in my car is tripping. But anyways, I'm super excited. I'm on my way to go get my city license, my city business license, and I'm just like accomplishing stuff. I feel great. So you all just stay tuned for some announcements. I want to encourage anyone who wants to, whether it's start a business, whether it's save up money so that you can start a business, or so that you can travel, or so that you can go back to school. So many people just don't get where they want to go in life because they're too afraid to get started. And when you figure out whatever it is in your head that's stopping you from getting the things that you want, that's stopping you from getting started, it's your duty. It's up to you to actually figure out how to get over that roadblock in your mind. And so I think all of us should do like some introspective work and figure out how to get started and allow that to motivate you to keep going. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you have any dreams or things that you want to go after, speak them into existence. Write them down in the comments bar. Tell people these are things that you want to do so that they can hold you accountable for them. And that's always a great way to get the things that you want, because God forbid people ask you about something and you haven't done anything towards it. So to prevent that feeling, people feel more obligated to go after their dreams, which I think is a great way to Jedi mind trick yourself into going out there and getting what you want. So thank you again so much for watching. Peace out, home slices.